It's here. It's Tuesday. The new Joni Mitchell. The new Joni Mitchell. It's here. It's Tuesday. Rolling Stone gave it a rave review. Can it be better than Blue? Can anything be better than a case of you? Joni, you're in my blood like holy wine, and today after school, you will be mine. Joni, to chord and spark, to spin me round over and over in the dark, with the volume low, so Dad won't know that I don't need sleep, and I don't need religion, I just need to keep drinking from the well of Joni, beautiful Joni, at 33 and a third. I made a collage and a tribute to Joni. I fashioned her hair out of dry macaroni. I threw it away because it all looked so phony, and Joni is truth. If I could be anywhere else, then I'd be in a cafe in Paris or NYC. But until that day, you will always find me in my room. Listen to Joni at 33 and a third. It's here. It's Tuesday, the new Joni Mitchell, the new Joni Mitchell. It's here. It's Tuesday. In my grasp, just after 3, hand in sleeve, Joni and me, 'cause I'm skipping biology. Who gives a crap about the chromosome? Give me Ryman Simon and Kodachrome. Who gives a shit about rational numbers? Give me John and Paul and golden slumbers. Who needs to dissect and classify? Give me Don McLean and American Pie. But who needs a lot of them when I can be with Joni? Someday I'm gonna get out of here, pack my bags and just disappear. Gonna find me a river I can skate away on. Gonna go where the bright lights burn. Look around and I'll be gone. But until that day, I'll be listening to records. I'll be drowning in sound. This is my calling. Help me, I think I'm falling for Joni. Beautiful Joni at 33 and a third. 33 and a third. 33 and a third. I love Canadian musical theater. Who here loves Canadian musical theater? Well, it would be weird if you didn't. It's a Canadian musical theater school. Now you're probably wondering, well, Alexandre, why do you love Canadian musical theater so much? You're in your 4th year at Sheridan and you can't even go into depth about why you like it? Well, let me tell you why. Myself, and I'm sure Patrick as well would agree, that when it comes to Canadian musical theater, there are just so many rich characters and songs with great optimism and drive. There's just such a certain uniqueness that Canadian theater brings, and stories you won't find anywhere else. I mean, where are you gonna find a song about someone who sings about their favorite artist, makes a macaroni collage about them, and skips biology just to buy their record? Or, where are you gonna find a song about someone who's allergic to cats, dates someone who has 4 of them, and hides it from her just to stay with them? And where are you gonna find a song about being from Timmins, singing about wanting to be a professional hockey player, about Frank Mahovlich, in a show called Jasper Station? There are just so many stories you won't find anywhere else than in Canadian musical theater. Now that first song I just sang was called Joni. It's from a show called 33 and a Third by Jay Turvey and Paul Sportelli. The show has been described as the magic of records and just laying on the shag carpet of your bedroom floor, being inspired to rebel and to love. Jay and Paul have written 7 shows together and are the recipients of multiple door awards, so I would highly recommend exploring more of their work because they clearly know what they are doing. A newer Canadian composer that I just came across is Adam Sakiyama. Now, Adam Sakiyama, he is also a Door Award winner, composer, lyricist, conductor, and this next song that I will sing of his is called A Princess to Find. From a village in the valley I have traveled, under mountains, over waters dark and deep. No great soldier, no wise prophet, just a man, assured a shield and a promise to keep. She was taken from a menace bred from envy, lusting for her throne, consumed by greed and hate. I was chosen by the gods for her recovery and making sure her captor meets his fate. All I have is a princess to find and a foe to defeat and a treasure to win and a challenge to meet. There is pain to endure, but the victory is sweet. With a princess to find and a foe to defeat. Last stronghold lays before me, yet to vanquish. I will best whatever terrors that appear. With my feet upon the threshold, I can feel it, a destiny that's finally drawing near. All I have is a princess to find and a foe to defeat. A prize that awaits and a task incomplete. Though the odds may be poor, I will never retreat. From a princess to find and a foe to defeat. I just love how brave and courageous that song is because personally, I'm terrified. I am terrified of being in my 4th year. If anyone is in the industry, has ever graduated from school, or is in the process of graduating, I'm sure you've been hit with the question, what's next? And that can be probably the most stressful question you can ever ask someone in theater. Because I don't know what's next. I mean, this is the first time that I'm going to be leaving school in my entire life. And what happens if 5 months after I graduate, I have to call home and I'm talking to my mom on the phone saying how I have no job after 4 years of theater school. But I guess not knowing what's next can be exciting because, I don't know what's next. And, it's exciting, right? I'm finally out of school. I'm going to get to go audition. I'm going to get to do what I love for real this time and not just as a hobby. For those of you who do not know Kevin Wong, first of all, shame on you. Kevin Wong is a composer, lyricist, singer-musician who I've had the pleasure of working with before in the past in a show of his called Drama 101, which was co-written with Stephen Gallagher. I'm also proud to say that I will be working with him once again in an upcoming production of Recurring John, which is going to be here at Sheridan from December 6th to 10th, so make sure to grab your tickets. This next song of his that I will be performing is called Tomorrow's Mine, which resonates with me a lot because it's about putting yourself out there and chasing that dream of yours. So no one cares about ability, and looking how I look just makes them smirk. And could it be a possibility? Some small, no tiny changing, though it seems that I'm deranging, or my senses are estranging, but it's just a rearranging, just might work. It's worth a shot. Gotta Gotta get in the ring before you start the round. Gotta step on the gear before your fists resound. Gotta step on the floor before you stomp the ground. Whatever it takes, do whatever it takes. Gotta get in the car before you go the yard. Gotta rig round the ones who guard. Gotta break open doors or else the way stays barred. Whatever it takes, do whatever it takes. Morning is coming, horizon at bay. This time I go all the way. So watch the sun, watch the sky. Here's the one you can't deny. I'm soaring far, now watch me shine. A brand new star, tomorrow's mine. Nothing else left to lose, don't really give a damn. If it's perceived by some to be some kind of scam, all I can do is make them see the me that I am. Whatever it takes, do whatever it takes. Doubts start to fade, in their place a new smile. This time I go the whole mile. So watch the sun, watch the sky, 'cause I'm the one you can't deny. I'm soaring far, now watch me shine. A brand new star, tomorrow's mine. I have been beating on ceilings forever, always waiting for doors that don't show. Now it turns out that there's no secret lever. You just go. So watch the sun and watch the sky, 'cause I'm the one you can't deny. I'm soaring far, now watch me shine. A brand new star, tomorrow's mine. A brand new star, tomorrow's mine. All I can do is wait. All I can be is optimistic. All I can do is sigh. All I can do is try. Try not to tell you I love you when you walk by. Try not to palpitate when you love someone like that. All you can do is wait. All I can do is know. All that I know is that I love you. All I can do is dream. All I can do is try. Try not to tell you I love you when you walk by. Try to believe in fate when you love someone like that. All you can do is wait. All you can do is dream. All you can do is count the hours. All you can do is try. Try not so hard to try. Try not to tell you I love you when you walk by. Try to believe in hope when you love someone like that. All you can do is cope when you love someone like that. All you can do is dream when you love someone like that. All you can do is wait. All You Can Do Is Wait is from Anne and Gilbert, which was written by Jeff Hochhauser, Bob Johnston, and Nancy White, and was first launched at the Victoria Playhouse in Prince Edward Island in 2005. Okay, I know this is kind of out of left field, but I just really need to know. I mean, for my sake, well, for the sake of science at least, cats or dogs? Cats, perfect, awesome. Growing up, I was surrounded by probably 7 to 9 cats in my household at all times, which seems like a lot. I mean, it is a lot, but I loved it. I mean, cats are always there for you. They're always there for you when you need them. They're super low maintenance. I mean, definitely not as high maintenance as dogs. I mean, who wants to walk 7 to 9 cats every single day? Especially when it gets cold. We're in Canada. I guess the reason why I'm telling you this is because of my next song, which is called I'm Allergic to Cats, from a show called The Theory of Relativity by Neil Bartram and Brian Hill, which actually started here at Sheridan in a workshop in 2012. Bartram and Hill have written more than 8 projects together, their most recent one being Bedknobs and Broomsticks, for which they wrote additional songs. I would strongly suggest checking them out as well because they have so much to offer. Oh, good evening, Dr. O'Hara. Well, I'm glad you can make it. I know it's frustrating getting to Midtown at this time of day. The Uptown NR is a pain, not to mention the rain. Oh, but thank you for coming, sir. I have something to say. I'm allergic to cats. That's part of the reason I asked to have dinner with you. I'm allergic to cats, and I know it's hardly a life-threatening medical hullabaloo. See, when I was born, they expected me later, so I spent 2 months in an incubator. Ever since that, I can't be near a cat. I can tell by your smirk. You think this is silly and borderline phobic, perhaps. But this innocent quirk can cause such a violent reaction, my lungs could collapse. So bear with me, sir. This is nothing sordid. Your patience, I promise, will be rewarded. I'm really not bats. I'm just allergic to cats. But Julie loves cats. As you know, they're her passion and joy. She knits them wool sweaters and crochets them hats. For their birthday, she sews them their own special toy. There's Meowser, Miss Mew, Cookie Puss, Alexander. Her house is a playground of pee and dander. So I cough and I wheeze, pop a fistful of Claritin D's, try to hide before anyone sees. allergic to cats. For over a year, I've hidden from Julie each anaphylactic display. Oh, well, 'cause she's such a dear. If she knew how cats made me suffer, she'd give them away. But she is my world, I live for her truly. Julie loves cats, and I love Julie. So I cough and I wheeze, pop a fistful of Claritin D's, try to hide before anyone sees. I'm allergic to cats. Well, Dr. O'Hara, I fear that I've buried the headline. The point of the story is murky, I have to concede. I hope that I've shown you tonight I love your daughter with all of my might. So humbly I stand, asking you for her marital hand. Wedded life would be blissful and grand. With Julie and Meowser, Miss Mew, a Cookie Puss, Alexander, the Dander, the Pea, and me. Joe! Colleen, Dauncey, and Akiva, Romer-Segal are a contemporary musical theater songwriting duo who have actually had a few shows produced in the last little while. Their most recent one was called Guerre, which is about two Amish twin sisters who leave their community to explore the big city of Toronto and inadvertently create the best strain of marijuana anyone has ever seen. I actually had the amazing opportunity of coming to see it when it was produced at Sheridan in their CMTPs, and it was just amazing. I mean, just another example of stories you won't find anywhere else. This next piece by Colleen and Akiva is a contemporary ballad about fathers and the value of the lessons that they leave behind for you. I've been grateful enough to have many father figures in my life. I mean, most importantly, my own dad, who taught me the values of family, doing the right thing, and just finishing whatever you start, especially because sometimes it can feel like the hardest thing in the world. Picked me up from school one day, which I thought was weird, but anyway, I hopped into the car without a fight. We passed our house and kept on going. Your eyes had fear and sadness showing. I turned to you and asked, "Are you all right?" You said, "Son, I lost my job today. 15 years just thrown away, with nothing but a handshake and goodbye. Instead of throw a punch or fit, I got my car and started it. Just me, my son, the open road and sky. You told me drive when the world is weighing down upon your shoulders, playing games with you to see if you'll survive. Drive, take an hour vacation. You don't need a destination. It's about the journey, not where you arrive. Changing plans and changing gears with each detour that appears only makes you feel more alive. Just strive. The game was tied in overtime. The buzzer was about to chime. The ball was mine. I took a chance and threw. It missed and bounced into their hands. I couldn't look out to the stands. I thought that I had disappointed you. You said for every win you sometimes lose. Take each scar, accept each bruise, for those are things who make you who you are. There is no option to give up. Think about that half full cup. You start again each time you start the car. You told me drive when the world keeps throwing speed bumps at you without knowing how to pick yourself up and survive. Drive like the road's your best friend. You don't need a map or legend. It's about the journey, not where you arrive. Hit the highway out of town, radio up, the windows down, and find out what it means to be alive. Just drive. When you've been let down or been betrayed, and options must be carefully weighed, there's tough decisions to be made. Just drive. When you're lost or feel afraid, the plans you have been delayed. The path you tried to take has strayed. Just drive. Today my whole world fell apart. I got the news, it broke my heart. I still can't comprehend that you are gone. That constant voice throughout the years made me throw away my fears, is somehow not there to depend upon. Your funeral is happening now. Couldn't bring myself somehow to stand and watch you lowered to your grave. I cannot bear to sit and cry with all our family standing by. Instead, I'll take the best advice you gave. You told me drive when the world keeps throwing speed bumps at you without knowing how to pick yourself up and survive. Drive when the one to guide you isn't sitting there beside you and helping you survive. The engine roars, I pick up pace, feel the wind upon my face. It somehow makes me feel you're still alive. Just drive, drive, drive. Just drive. Sorry, I had a cough there. Jasper Station is a show about six travelers in a train station in Jasper hoping to fulfill their dreams. The show was written by Norm Foster and Steve Thomas, who, funny enough, I actually met unintentionally at an audition for Foster Festival, and it went something like this. So I had a song prepared, Frank Mahovlich, which is from Jasper Station. And right before I go into the audition room, I'm told that Steve Thomas will be playing the piano for me. And I don't know if any of you have been to an audition before, but usually you don't sing the song that the accompanist wrote, or someone on the panel wrote for you. So I walk in, I open my music, Steve Thomas. I look at Steve, put the music down. Steve looks at the music. Steve looks at me. Steve looks at the panel. You know this is one of the best songs ever written, right? I looked at Steve. Yeah, well, you know what, that's what they say. I was super nervous, but I just went right into it. Frank Mahovlich is a song sung by Henry, a 31-year-old hockey player who has his last chance of being in the NHL. It's Saturday night in Timmins, and the Leafs are on TV. My father's got the volume up, and he's got me on his knee. He points towards the player wearing number 27. Says, son, a stride like that could come from nowhere else but heaven. The stride is long and fluid. It's poetry in motion. It glides upon the ice like the blue nose skims the ocean. His name is Frank Mahovlich, and he's from these parts, they say. It's all because of him that I'm a skating fool today. That son of a bitch Mahovlich made me want to play the game. He shot the puck so hard I wish that I could do the same. There wasn't a coach alive who didn't mispronounce his name. That son of a bitch Mahovlich made me want to play the game. His critics say the Big M was often kind of lazy. He didn't like to practice much, and he back-checked like a lady. He never killed a penalty, and he rarely had a fight. But he tore the Gumper's glove right off with a shot from center ice. That son of a bitch Mahovlich made me want to play the game. He shot the puck so hard I wish that I could do the same. There wasn't a coach alive who didn't mispronounce his name. That son of a bitch Mahovlich made me want to play the game. Oh, his name is on the Stanley Cup. They even spelled it right. And he was there in 72 for the mighty Summit fight. And when his playing days were done, he'd earned the right to say, I skated all the way from Timmins to the Hockey Hall of Fame. That son of a bitch Mahovlich made me want to play the game. He shot the puck so hard I wish that I could do the same. There wasn't a coach alive who didn't mispronounce his name. That son of a bitch Mahovlich made me want to play the game. Made me want to play the game. And there wasn't a coach alive who didn't mispronounce his name. That son of a bitch Mahovlich made me want to play the game. Now this would be the part where I'd look at Steve for a nod of approval. I didn't mess up. Well, it's just so great to be back in space with an audience and have things feel like they're finally getting back to normal. Before I move on, I would just like to take this moment to give a huge thanks to Patrick Bowman for his wonderful piano playing tonight. Thank you, Patrick. And I would also like to give a huge thanks to Kyle Galemba for his guidance throughout this entire process. Definitely made it a lot easier than it would have been. There are so many talented artists out there, more than I can represent in one night, but I hope that after everything I've discussed, everything that I've presented, that I've sparked some curiosity in all of you to check out some more Canadian theater composers as well. Now, there is one person who I haven't mentioned all night, which would be the first name that you think about when it comes to Canadian musical theater composers. And that name is, and also my personal GOAT when it comes to Canadian musical theater composers. That person is Leslie Arden. Leslie has written over a dozen musicals and was the first Canadian composer that I ever heard of growing up. This next piece is from The House of Martin Guerre, which she co-wrote with Anna Cassio. It's won multiple Dora Awards, including Best New Musical. It is called The World is Changing. This piece felt like the right choice to end our time together. I just feel that COVID has changed a lot of us in our time apart and gave momentum of change in our world. The world is changing, my friend. I've seen it. Something stirring and sifting, growing and shifting ground. A day is breaking, my friend. We're at the start of it. The world is changing, my friend. Look around. The world is aching, my friend. I know it. From the throne to the plow, men are questioning how and why. A day is breaking, my friend, and we're a part of it. The world is changing, my friend. So am I. A man can grow tired of what he does. A man can decide he wants more. Choose to reopen a door. I'll be the husband I never was. It won't be the same as before. No one can promise you more. I need a chance to change my life. I need a home, a son, a wife. The world is changing, my friend. I know it. Something's trembling and quaking, tearing and breaking free. Life is for living, my friend. Come give your heart again. Come spend your life with me. God is forgiving, my friend. Let us start again. The world is changing, my friend. So can we.